Hey everybody, what's going on? Clint here. I got a chance to go see The Girl on the Train early, and you know what? It's not bad. Couple obvious things with this movie. This movie, fairly or unfairly, is going to be compared one-to-one to Gone Girl. So The Girl on the Train is another movie that is based on a novel. It's essentially about three women whose lives sort of intersect in some not so obvious ways at first, and then as the story unfolds, you sort of get pieces of how their lives are connected and how this event actually unfolded. The star of the movie, and granted, I haven't read the book, so I'm not sure how balanced the book is between all three women, but the main character in the movie is Emily Blunt's character. She's an alcoholic, she's divorced, her life is in pieces, she's not handling anything terribly well, and then from there, she is our window into this murder mystery. As far as sort of sexy murder mystery movies go, it's pretty straightforward. I think that they fast forwarded a lot because there were a lot of moments and a lot of actions that some of the characters did that I'm like, I don't really buy that, or I don't really feel like that was earned, because it's like they just all of a sudden arrived at this conclusion, and I'm like, wait, how did we get there? The answer is, I think there was a lot of stuff in the book. The book takes a long time to do it, and this sort of felt like the highlights of a book. It didn't really feel like it told the complete story. It is a complete story in the sense that you can follow it from start to finish, but it felt truncated in a way that I couldn't really dive into this movie. I went to go see it with my wife. She has read the book. She was both sort of disappointed in the movie because it wasn't as good as the book, but she also got more out of the movie than I did because there was a shorthand with her in watching the movie. She knew more about these characters than I did. So I feel like if you've read the book, you're probably going to get more out of it than somebody that hasn't read the book. That was just our experience, though. I will say one fantastic thing about this movie is Emily Blunt. I think this is going to be one of those like nominated for an Academy Award but doesn't really win kind of roles for her. The thing that's so incredible about her is when I think that playing a believable drunk on screen is maybe the hardest thing to do for an actor, because you so rarely see it done really well. There's just a few that spring to my mind. Nicolas Cage did it really well back in Leaving Las Vegas. Two of my favorite drunks on screen of all time are Bunk and McNulty from The Wire. Like when they got wasted together, it was so believably wasted it's oddly enough a highlight of that series for me for some strange reason. But Emily Blunt in this movie, I think, jumps into first place. There are levels to her drunk. There's the drunk that she just needs to get through the day as an alcoholic. There's the slightly more drunk than that, sort of stumbling through the train station. She plays all the different stages of drunk and the vulnerability and the frailty of alcoholism in general so well. It's like it's such a trap to take on a role of an alcoholic because there's so many ways that you can just do, like, is the typical kind of, no, you shut up kind of drunk. Didn't fall into a single one. She was grounded and real and incredibly, it was an incredible performance. It really was. It's worth, regardless of what you think about the rest of the movie, I feel like this performance is worth watching just because that's so interesting. That being said, when I was getting my parking validated, waiting in line after the movie, the girls in front of us, who I believe, if I had to guess, were early 20s, they were like, oh my God, her accent was just terrible the whole time. Like, was she supposed to be British or was she? It's like, no, she was drunk. She was drunk the whole time. And it's because of the varying shades of drunk, like, she sounded different throughout the movie. But everybody else in the movie was pretty good too. The performances all around were fine. But like I said, it's not about the performances that there were moments that I didn't buy. It's about the storytelling. I feel like it was just a little too much of a Cliff Notes version of the book. And that's from me not having read the book and just seeing a movie that I'm watching characters do things that I don't entirely understand why they're doing them. All of that being said, I think there's still a way to have fun with this movie because in the spirit of Gone Girl, it is a fun, sexy murder mystery. On the most surface of levels, you can get behind that. I don't really feel like it's a fair comparison to go one-to-one to Gone Girl. Thematically, this one dives into some issues with alcoholism and sort of blacking out and losing time and how it affects your life and the situations you find yourself in because of that. It's a different movie. It's a very different movie than Gone Girl. I understand why people are rushing to compare the two. It makes perfect sense. I don't know that it's entirely fair, and I don't know that it's going to be a favorable comparison either. I think Gone Girl was just a much better movie. But all that to say, if you're into this type of movie, this is one for you to go see. So there you go. That's what I think about The Girl on the Train. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Have you read the book? Was it good? Did you enjoy that book better than the Gone Girl movie? That's a silly comparison, but I want you to make it in the comments down below. Click like and subscribe. Stick around CineFix for more movie stuff. I'll see you next time. Don't tell me when I had enough. I'll tell you when you had enough. Trash can vodka. See, none of it was like that. It was all really, she was like hunched over that trash can with that bottle of vodka, and I was like, oh, I believe you.